Hello, story lovers. It's the story time. Little Girls Wiser Than Old People. Written by Leo Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy was one of the greatest authors of all time. He authored many novels, short stories, and philosophical works. His ideas on non-violence had influenced great men like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. Junior Tolstoy wrote many stories for children. This is one of them. However, this has a message for grown-ups too. Here is the summary of Little Girls Wiser Than Old People. Friends, it was the days of early Easter, means summer. Due to sun, the snow melted and it formed a large puddle which ran down in the village. The two friends who met there, one was older than the other, were enjoying themselves and their mothers dressed them in new clothes. After the prayers in the church, these two girls went to the puddle and they were enjoying their playing there. But Akalya was warning Malasha not to go and splash the water from the puddle. As Akalya said this, Malasha went into the puddle and plumped her foot into the water and best parted Akalya's new dress. Malasha spotted the new dress of Akalya and Akalya was very angry. She was scolding her. Now, Malasha was very frightened and she was running home in the village. As they reached a village, Akalya's mother saw this. As Akalya's mother saw the dirty and messed dress of her daughter, she started scolding Malasha. She gave her knock on the nape of her neck and Malasha started listening. Malasha's howling, her mother ran out of the house and she also started scolding Akalya's mother. Now one word brought back another and the women began to quarrel. The men too gathered there. Now all were quarreling with each other. Soon the crowd gathered there. Each one was crying and nobody was hearing each other. They scolded and crushed each other. Now Akalya's grandmother came out. She stepped in the midst of the peasants and began to talk to them. This old grandmother was telling them to stop fighting because it was the time of rejoicing. It was a holiday. It was the Easter time. But nobody paid attention to the old woman. In the meanwhile, Akalya wiped off her dress and went back to the puddle in the lane. She picked up a pebble and she began to scratch the ground so as to let the water off into the street. While she was scratching, Malasha came up and helped her. She also picked up a chip and widened the rail. Now both the friends were playing together and the grandmother said to the peasants that these dear children have been playing nicely together. See, they are wiser than you. Children forget and forgive very easily.